Going on to all of my Libras out there. So let's get into it. One more time. Let's shuffle this up. All right. So for the Libras, we have the Ten of Cups, the Fool, Page of Cups, the Hierophant, the Ace of Wands, the Hanged Man, Seven of Cups, the Wheel of Fortune, the King of Cups, the Sun. So what I'm seeing here for you Libras, the Ten of Cups, the Fool, the Page of Cups, tired of someone's delusion, tired of a delusional situation. So you're choosing to look at it factually. You're choosing to get to the closest to the truth that you possibly can. That's what it was. That's what it was. Um, that's what it is. You Libras are looking for the real thing. And like I said before, in order for you to really achieve the real thing, in order for you to achieve the real thing, love, um, two people have to essentially get over their ego, right? They have to keep that in check because remember, two people are bringing the worlds together, their worlds together. So not everything is going to be easy, right? But at the same time, um, even though everything is not necessarily going to be easy, it doesn't mean that a person should have to, right? Page of Cups, a person should have to delude themselves about what a relationship is. A lot of you Libras know that you have been making an effort in ways that you shouldn't be, right? With the wrong people. And as a result, you're deciding to walk away. Excuse me, the Hierophant and the Ace of Wands is about, and you know who is who, right? Because it doesn't take a very long time for you to know who's wasting your time and who's not. The Ace of Wands is about how people are going to try to stop you or make you feel like you don't know what it is that you're talking about when you decide to stop hanging out with them. So you'll hear from them because they'll wonder why you haven't spoken to them. And what I suggest you do is if you're going to talk to them, tell them directly what it is, or don't even talk to them at all. Choice is yours. But if you do talk to them, just know that they're going to try to delude you into thinking that it's your fault. It's your fault. It's your problem, right? Um, the Hanged Man, right? The Hanged Man is about how. Uh, so the Hanged Man and the Seven of Cups is about you. Yeah, like you've been scapegoated way too much. You know, you've been scapegoated way too much, way too much. Um, Past relationships that didn't necessarily work out. And the Seven of Cups is now you have all of these options, right? And having options is not necessarily only about having people around per se. Having options is really, excuse me, having options is really more so about being honest with yourself about about what you're capable of, right? If a person, for instance, if a person is speaking to one person, right? Do they have an option? Excuse me, do they not have an option? Do they have an option? Well, the answer is, of course, they have an option. If the person is acting like, I don't know what, if the person is being disrespectful, obviously the options are to stay with this person or not to stay with this person. Leave them alone, right? And this goes to show you it doesn't necessarily mean that having options, Seven of Cups, always means having other people around trying to holla at you or trying to get at you to be in a relationship all the time. Having options just means the state of mind. Having options means the ability to understand that you don't have to take anybody's nonsense, right? And the Wheel of Fortune, right? The Wheel of Fortune is in New York. People flying planes. So the Wheel of Fortune, private planes or something like this. I don't know, but the Wheel of Fortune represents so your mentality now is a lot more free because you're free. You know, you're very much so very free. And what I mean when I say free, I mean not just physically where you can go places and do what you want, obviously, but also mentally as well, because you understand, right, exactly what the Fool and the Page of Cups represents. The idea that, you know, you're freed from a lot of things. You're freed from a delusional mindset, delusional mind state. You're free from having to put yourselves in a relationship, right? And feeling that pressure, right? You should hang out with people who are of good quality, not people who are dysfunctional, not people who you know who are not in control of themselves, right? And the Wheel of Fortune, like I said, the Wheel of Fortune is about power and how a person uses it, right? But the Wheel of Fortune also represents you having to learn to break the power wheel sometimes, right? Or if you're running it, okay? And maybe if you need to chill out. But in this one, the Wheel of Fortune is about you breaking the power wheel. And what I mean when I say about breaking the power wheel is for you Libras, it's about you understanding that you don't have to sit there and take the disrespect. You don't have to sit there and almost like have to wrestle with people to get out of their own way to be in a relationship. If these people claim that they want to be in a relationship so much, then they should be ready to tell and show the person that they are in one by simply being in one, you know, and knowing how to function. You know, they shouldn't have to, excuse me, they shouldn't have to, you know, constantly have to, you know, put you through tests in the first place because the whole testing situation is essentially obsolete. Like I said before, people who are in the game are people essentially that you shouldn't even be taken seriously because if once you're in the game, right, the quote unquote game, it means that by definition you're not meant to be taken seriously because you're running game with everybody, just like everybody is running game on you, right? But when you get out of the game, the wheel, right, the hamster wheel, the going back and forth, and you make a decision for yourself, Libra, that you're not going to be in a relationship, a dysfunctional one. You will be in a relationship, but you won't be in a dysfunctional relationship. Then you begin to understand, right? Then you begin to understand that what you've got going on is you have a lot more self-respect than that. So the thing is that the King of Cups now and the Sun represents, and you know that you're not going to work with anybody who is dysfunctional. The people who you end up working with are going to have to be some people who have decency, self-respect, and some character of their own, right? Right, and ready to get to know you. Um, by the way, if you're finding value within this reading, then it means it's time for you to come get a personal reading from me. Okay. Um, I have a link in the comment section called a link tree, which has all of the ways in which you can contact me, from my email, my YouTube, which leads right back here, the books that I have on Amazon.com, right? Because I'm an author. My Teespring store, right, which leads you to my clothing, right, from pants, shirts, hoodies, coffee mugs, as well as my website, which you can get any one of my tarot readings, right? Any one of my services. You could even look on the website and then choose to email me at my Yahoo account, right? Or to my Yahoo account afterwards, and we can actually set up payment there that way. But thank you. So let's start qualifying. Excuse me. Let's start clarifying some cards. I said qualifying. Let's start clarifying some cards. Let's clarify the Wheel of Fortune, because I talked about it. So the Queen of Wands, the Six of Pentacles, the Five of Pentacles, the Ten of Pentacles. So the Queen of Wands, the Six of Pentacles represents this being a situation for you where you happen to be in a situation where the Queen of Wands and the Six of Pentacles is about how it is that so for you Libras, right? Again, it's that stench of you know that a lot of people have done you wrong, but they don't necessarily want to apologize. These are people who, I'm talking about specifically from the past, past people who you used to be in a relationship with or potentially getting to know, right? That could have been a relationship. You know that those people essentially was wasting your time and trying to make sure that you always look like the villain of the story no matter what. And the Six of Pentacles, excuse me, the Five of Pentacles and the Ten of Pentacles represents, and you're setting yourself free from all of that. You don't necessarily care what it is that they have to say. Five of Pentacles, Ten of Pentacles. But what you do care about is you want to know if these people have any kind of substance where you can build with them. Excuse me. All right. Let's clarify the Seven of Cups. Okay. So you have the Five of Wands, right? Queen of Pentacles, King of Cups, Six of Swords, right? So to clarify the Seven of Cups, remember how I was telling you about a lot of times too, people don't really understand that being single is also an option too. And that you don't necessarily have to sit there and take the disrespect that's coming from a supposed significant other or a potential significant other. And that sometimes your choices are not necessarily based upon numerous people, right? A group of people. Sometimes it's you having the ability to make the choice of you'd rather be single than be with them because they're very dysfunctional, right? But the Five of Wands and the Queen of Pentacles represents just that. The Five of Wands is the disagreements and the disagreements and the differences, and the Queen of Pentacles is these people being stuck in their ways, them trying to get you to essentially look at it from their perspective, while at the same time you Libras look at where the direction of the relationship and you know the things that happen in the direction of the relationship differently. The King of Cups and the Six of Swords represents, however, this being a situation for you, Libras, where but you continue to maintain your decency, right, and move forward, and you'll continue to get to know other people, you know, because Six of Swords, I'm sure people are coming in, you know, or at the very least checking you out, trying to see what it is that you are about. So, I mean, it doesn't stop here. You still get a chance to date other people. It's just that right now, again, you Libras are more so clarifying for yourselves what's more important to you, right? Let's clarify the King of Cups. So you have the Four of Swords, the Emperor, Page of Swords, the Nine of Pentacles. So the Four of Swords, the Emperor, and the Page of Swords, right, and the Nine of Pentacles. The Four of Swords and the Emperor represents here that you want somebody that's kind of restless, And what I mean when I say restless, I mean you want somebody that is enthusiastic to get to know you. They actually want to get to know you. You know what I mean? And let me clarify that even more. When I say they want to get to know you, I mean they want to find out personal things about you. What's your name? What's your last name? What's your favorite color? Where are you from? Your upbringing, right? They actually want to get to know you on the inside. You want someone that is like this. Page of Swords and the Nine of Pentacles, however, represents you know what you don't want. And you don't want people who are caught up with their own ego, trying to sabotage the potential relationship or the full-blown relationship. Tired of that now. You don't want people who are too conceited or self-absorbed in what they've got, trying to make it seem like they're so much better than you while they're dating you at the same time, but talking down about you, but dating you at the same time. So birds of a feather flock together. And if they're trying to make it seem like you're trash, what does that make them? Right? You want someone that actually can see you eye to eye in that sense. Then you have the sun. So you have, to clarify the sun, you have the high priestess, the temperance, three of wands, and the knight of wands. So the high priestess is again, and as a result of this newfound self-respect, make no mistake about it, those people that you used to hang out with, they're thinking about what it is that you're doing. And potentially, if you have social media and they know your social media, they're checking it out. If not, they're thinking quite a lot about you and what you're doing. So you Libras are evolving, and these people that you used to know and hang out with and date, these people are so busy thinking about where you are and what you're doing, because again, I just see a lot of you Libras being done with the game and realizing that playing games don't work, and that ultimately being a little bit more serious and direct is really the best answer, or the best way, or the better way, I should say, to go, right? Unless you want to continue to play the game, it's on you. The temperance, the three of wands, and the knight of wands, however, represents also too, this is also about how the lessons that a lot of you Libras are learning, and that ultimately you're learning about yourself. And that, at one point, some of you Libras may have thought that you'll never get tired of it. But now a lot of you Libras are starting to get tired of it, because, you know, how low can people go, But that's pretty much it. Comment on the video, like the video, subscribe to the YouTube channel, share the video. I'm trying to make my YouTube channel grow to 10,000 subscribers by the end of June. Right now, I have 4,192 subscribers. Smash that subscribe button, smash that like button, hit the notification bell, and set the notification bell to all so you can be notified whenever I drop videos like this. Peace.